Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We didn't play with this shit, y'all.
Real.
Right. Let me go.
I'm back. Dare motherfucker try to front. D Brown, Reebok, run up on him with the pump. Was a hard-head youngin'. Wanted me a beam about to have a nigga moment. Word to sting me, nigga. 2 dice in a handful of singles. Couple homies got.
Hello guys, welcome. Painting Pictures with H. Van Gogh. I'm your host of the day, H. Probably some little badass kid in probably like 3rd or 4th grade who's just got paint all over his fucking clothes, his hands, his face. And he's just going ham on the fucking piece of paper, and it's just like, at first you look at it and it's like, yeah, I expect him to do that. But then maybe down the line you like, holy shit, this motherfucker had a vision. Like that piece of shit art that we call piece of shit art that sells for like millions of dollars. There you go. I like that word, dominant. That's the word. Let's use that. That was the angle, dominant. Let's be very dominant. I'm tired of playing these fucking games with these people. I'm tired of making music that everybody wants to hear. I just do me. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been the type of artist that makes the music that everybody wants to hear per se. But I mean, I wanted to be able to make songs that people could relate to, and, you know, make sure I cover this and cover that. This one I just, you know what I mean, do whatever the fuck I want to do. I really don't compare myself to other artists. And that's a good and a bad thing. And artist relationship, I mean, I guess everybody's cool. I mean, they cool for the most part. You know, I don't really have too many like rapper friends.
That's my baby.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, when I do have rapper friends, they're just genuine people. We say what's on our mind. We talk kind of aggressive to each other, but it's all love. You know what I mean? Man, that's a consistent everyday battle, bro. That's a consistent everyday battle. When you have people that are close to you that want to see you be the rapper, but when you know that the rapper is really the lowest on the totem pole, it's just like doing better versus knowing better. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I could, but this is more appealing to me. So I don't know if I'm really excited about being the rapper. I'm excited about being the brand. So, but I mean, I'm pretty nifty with the words though. Let's go with 5 things that don't work. 5 things that will never work. Being lazy will never work. Being unoriginal works for some people, but it never lasts. So, you know, it's like buying a little $5 t-shirt. You know, once you put that motherfucker in the washer, it's gonna shrink. You know what I mean? As soon as you wash and dry it, it's done. Number 3, things that do not work. Let's see, number 3. Not marketing. Without marketing yourself and promoting yourself, it'll never work. It's pointless. Number 4, we on 4, right? Yeah, number 4, things that will never work. Dissing rappers that are better than you. It really doesn't work in your favor. I know sometimes you may feel as though you're better, but you might want to get some words from your friends and buddies and think, hey, is this a good idea? You know, number 5, things that will never work. Putting lame ass niggas. No. Matter of fact, no. Number 5, doing bad business never works. That's more important than lame. Matter of fact, if I gotta go with that, let's take that number 4 away. Put this as number 4. Putting lame ass niggas on great songs. It'll never work. Like, either they're gonna cut him out, and then you're gonna pay this guy to be on. It just, One thing, number one, 5 things that'll work. Number one, being consistently good. You don't always have to be great, but being consistently good will always work. 2, hustling, getting your hustle on, working hard, your grind. That will always work. You will always succeed at something doing that. You know, because you're not going to take no for an answer. And you never give up. Off with our head. Number 2, things that will work. Being smart. Being smart about the people you work with. Being smart about the positions that you put yourself in. That will always work. Positioning is key, ladies and gentlemen. Positioning is key. And who you align yourself with, that will always work. Sometimes you may not be able to do it, but the people around you may be able to help you do it. And they could put you in positions to help you. You know what I mean? So that will always work. Number 4, being passionate about your craft. Being passionate, being putting your heart into it. You know, that always makes it better. It's the same thing whether it's cooking, whether it's rap, whether it's anything. People can tell. I don't know how they can tell, but they can always tell when you really put your foot in it. Number 5, and I think one of my favorite things to say is to actually plan. To plan your next move, to plan what you see at the end. The end result is important because if you picture your end result and if you take a piece of paper and write down where you want to be and then where you are, it's easy to draw a map. And that's the problem with people. Sometimes they don't know where they're going. So if you find where you want to go and you have your starting point, you can draw a map. Even pirates use maps. Come on, don't be stupid. Draw a fucking map of your life. Those are my top 5. If there is a return on investment, whether it's monetary or it's positioning, sometimes you want to do things like pay for a show, but there's nobody at the show. That's a bad idea. You want to do a show and you want to pay for the show, and you know they may be asking for a couple dollars, and that's your demographic. If I'm a conscious rapper and they tell me $2,000 to open up for Nas, and these are a bunch of people who I know love hip hop, I know want to see some people that's making music like I make, then it's a wise investment because these are people who actually are in your lane and they may not know you. So sometimes you have to pay. You paying to play anyway, no matter what you do. No matter what you do, you spend all this time in the studio. Even if the studio time is free, somebody's paying electric. You know what I'm saying? You paying to play some way, somehow. It's always one way or another. But you know, artists being their little feelings and shit. But you know, hey, take it or leave it. If that's what you want, you pay for what you want. That's my listen. Pay for what you want. That's it. Cry, complain, bitch. What else? Shit. It's a laundry list. Be ungrateful. Be not understanding. Sometimes when things happen, you know, and say if I'm supposed to perform at this show and something happens where I can't perform, there's 2 ways you can handle it. One, you can handle it and go crying like a little hoe or being upset. There's nothing wrong with being upset, but that is a prime time for opportunity. How can we justify this situation? We need to rectify the situation. How can we do that? See, so now you have the upper hand, and now that you have the upper hand, you can now make demands. I see artists fuck shit up by making demands and they're not in a position to make demands. Like, what? Who the fuck is you? Like, you're opening for the major artists. Like, and fucking egos, these fucking prima donnas, it's a bunch of things I've seen artists, you know what I mean, they feel like they too big to do certain shit. It's a lot of things that I watch artists do that really keep them where they're at. You know, like they want to be treated like they're Jay-Z. They ain't put in that Jay-Z work. They don't have that Jay-Z standard yet. You know what I mean? You can't walk on the job the first day and demand anything anywhere. So I mean, being understanding when a window of opportunity opens, that's very impressive. That is very impressive. You know, I've seen artists maybe get their set cut, you know what I'm saying, and they've been, you know what I mean, understanding. They didn't cry about it. They's like, listen, I'll take this set cut, you know, but, you know, maybe you could put me on another one for, you know what I'm saying, in the future. Bang, opportunity. Now you got two for the price of one.
Word.
That's very impressive to me.
Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. We didn't play with this shit.
60-40 on the... 50, it's kind of tough. You see, because I don't know. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Always got one.
Because it's like bars. I was having this conversation the other day, and it's like certain people, like they're good artists. They spit a lot of bars, but I can't feel them. You know what I'm saying? Like a good song you can feel. You know what I mean? I guess that's why I like a lot of R&B, because it's passionate. I like certain artists because they make passionate music. I like certain songs from certain artists because I can feel where they came from. A lot of times when these dudes going in with these crazy bars, I can't feel them. They just making words rhyme or saying something slick, but it's not a marriage between bars and songwriting. So people who can do both and really mesh them together is dope to me. I think that's the perfect mixture, and that's what I try to provide. And I think that's what this project is. It's a perfect mixture. Yeah, because I mean, I can't really name any real lyrical rappers right now that makes music that I can feel while they're being extra bars. Like, there's this new thing about bars, but nigga, you saying a bunch of shit that rhyme, but I can't feel that. I'll give you an example. Like my nigga Mike Mash. I love Mike Mash. He's my second favorite artist in Tampa Bay as far as lyricism, and he's one of the dopest artists to me here that in the city as far as when it comes to lyrical. But even though somebody like a Mighty Ja is not as lyrical as a Mike Mash, I feel Ja more than I feel Mike Mash as far as music wise. And if I had to spend my money on something, I'm going to take my money over there and spend it with Ja before I would with Mike. And there's nothing against neither one of them. I'm not saying Ja don't have bars, but he has the mixture. I gotta feel your shit to buy it, bro. Anybody can say some slick shit, man. I feel like, you know what I mean, some people are more talented than others. I like the way it's put together, but yeah, give me something I can feel, man. Marketing is key. Promotion is key. Branding yourself is bigger than both of those. The brand, people don't pay for boring. People don't pay for things that they don't feel or they can't connect to. They don't understand. So simplicity wins a lot because people understand and they get it. When you do weird shit, people catch on to it because it's not the norm. People don't buy the norm. The norm is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Something as little as, for all of my promotion or all of my interviews, I'll be wearing a crown of some sort because the project is 1,000 crowns. That's different. You know, I wish I would have thought of this last interview. But I'm watching and evolving as we speak. So from a week ago to now, something's clicking in my head, like, why are we not doing it? Consistently evolving, and that's where I'm at. Traveling, I've seen people in China, clubs in China get get crazy over fucking Pharrell, I'm happy. And in the same club be hype over the YG, my nigga song. So it's telling me something that like America's America, but still what they feel and what they like is to have a good time and enjoy themselves, regardless of what country you're in or where you're at or whatever. So that's I paid attention over there, and I really thought about like branding and how good and how marketable and brand, like people want to be a part of something. So you have to give them something to be a part of, and that's what I've learned in my travels. I'll be in China. Shout out to the Connect, man. Shout out to everybody, bro. Anybody that's supporting, anybody who's watching this, bootslaprap.com. Shout out to everybody who sponsored this project. Everybody who's helped me push the project. Everybody who's a part of the project. From the studio to the graphics to the producers to the person behind the camera to the people who've inspired me to write songs about them. Anybody who's inspired me to do anything. Shout out to the inspirers.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah.
2 kids at 17, baby daddy in the streets, so fuck a wedding ring. She had a vision, sure they had a dream, but before she seen it.